Howdy, y'all. I got this in the mail the other day. I don't like getting mail. I hate getting mail. I'm like an Iron Man. You don't like to be handed things. I don't like phone calls. I don't like mail because so many times it goes the wrong way. If this one doesn't, I know what this one is. It's a trapping related deal. It's pretty cool and pretty embarrassing. I'm going to talk about it in just a minute and see if it makes sense to y'all. Be right back. It's a fairly hot early August day. Not as hot as it has been. I think we beat out the 100-degree stuff for a while. I pulled down my woods here because it's pretty brutal in the sun. The chickens are digging it, of course. I want to talk about this letter that I got. It's not a letter, it's a check. It's a check from the Trappers Post magazine. I write articles once in a while. I have since I was in junior high. Wrote articles. My first article was about trapping in a coon hunting magazine here in central Missouri. I was 14 years old and they paid me for that article. It was unbelievable. I've been published in several magazines, nothing major. I haven't pursued it. That's the point of this video. I get these checks, it's embarrassing to a degree, because they send me money for articles that I write. And the worst part is I don't write any articles for them. Bob Noonan started his Trappers Post magazine several years back. Bob Noonan is one of my heroes in the trapping world, a great writer. He retired from the magazine a few years ago, and Mike Wilhite's taking it over, which Mike was running it. Mike does a great job. If you ever see this video, Mike, man, the best magazine out there. I'll try to put some sort of links in the description so y'all can look it up. It's reminiscent of the oldest magazines we had back in the day. We had great magazines. The only information we had back in those days was those magazines because the trappers just lied. They still lie. So I wrote some articles for Bob, I don't know, not very long after he'd started the magazine. I don't remember what made me submit some to him. He liked them. And now a couple years later, I wrote another round of, I think I sent him 5. And he published a couple of them right off the bat. I think I sent him a couple more. And then I haven't wrote an article for that magazine. It's been 4 or 5 years ago, so I said, well, I talked to him last time about 3.5, 4 years ago, so it was right before that I sent him, he called me, one more articles. And it's so stupid because they'll pay me and they're not hard to write. I can obviously talk about anything, especially outdoors. But for me, writing, I have to be in the right kind of mood. And I have to have time. And the worst thing is when those moods happen is during trapping season mostly. And I'm too busy. I'm always too busy, but I need to take those days when I get the inspiration and get stuff jotted down, but I haven't done it. So anyway, I got this check a while back. I haven't cashed it yet. I messed up their accountant. And it got me thinking how horrible it is that they'll publish my articles. People like my articles, and I'm not writing them very often. I don't have to write them every month. They don't have to publish me every month. Right now they're putting one in, every 9 months or so, but they got to be out of articles by now. So I sent him 2 articles this week and think about doing this video. Mike said he liked the first one. He hadn't had a chance to look at the second one. He said, that's okay. Getting denied, getting rejected is part of writing. I have rarely ever had an article rejected, which is a good thing, I guess. I don't have an ego. It's not about pride. Every time I've ever had pride and ego, somebody yank it out from underneath me. It's just not good. But they'll pay me to write what I love. They write about what I love. Write what I love. Close enough. I was out here a few minutes ago. I've got traps laying in 3 places. They're going to need painted, dipped, waxed, dyed, worked on, fixed, maybe tossed for parts. And I didn't hardly trap last year. I can't believe. I got a bunch of new traps. I got traps that I don't think have ever been set. I bought a bunch, 10, 12 years ago that are especially body grips. But my other stuff's a mess, some of it. And but I'm in the mood to get it ready. It's hot. It'll get easier to get it done here next month or so. I'm not going to wait late like I did last year. Whole point is I think about trapping every day. Every day I look, I see critters driving up and down the roads and in my woods here. I had a fox come down in my woods right last night and didn't take one look at the chickens. Went down the fence over here. I saw him cross the road. He come in, went down the edge of that field and disappeared down through there and never looked this way, which is good because obviously they take their toll on chickens. And I hate to kill one out of season, which is all legal. But anyway, maybe I'll write an article about that fox. I know some things about that fox and other foxes like it over the years. If y'all haven't seen Trapper's Post magazine, look it up. It is, there's just not a better one out there right now. And how trapping magazines have survived. The economy, the fur industry, all that. I guess there's still enough of us out there that love this and understand the need to trap, and it's amazing to me that they've survived and still produce such a quality product. So look that up. Mike Wilhite, thank you. Bob Noonan, I'll probably never see this either, but Bob, inspiration to me, man. Probably inspiration to a lot of folks over the years. Really appreciate it, bud, what you did and what it took to make this happen. Bob went through some tough times after he started this magazine, but it's been for the best and a great product. So there you go. I'm going to put that check in the bank tomorrow. I'm embarrassed to. I don't feel like I deserve to get paid, maybe. I don't know, look up some articles, see what y'all think. God bless. We'll talk at you soon.